The following Let's Play has been rated for mature audiences only. Any attempts to break the game are for entertainment value only. However, if any typos happen to be found... Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, something significant happened. So, if you wound up skipping the last episode because I said nothing different was going to happen, I was apparently wrong. Because while I was flirting with everybody, I accidentally talked with somebody a second time after flirting with them, and that brought up the option to marry them. After a bit of experimenting, I found out that you only have that one time to ask to marry them, because if you say that you just want to be friends, you don't get a second chance. So for the time being, I have refrained from asking those three people, Fristy, the Tang brother, and the Elf brother. We're going to talk to them later, and one of them I'm going to marry. I think I have an idea of who it is I want to marry, but we'll worry about that later. For now, let us continue this quest here. Oh, and of course, since we flirted with Althea with the Supreme Cologne, I'm going to get a chance to marry her. Well, just look at you. You've not only proven that love still exists, but shown that I can still feel it. I never thought I would ever feel this way again. Oh, thank you. How can I ever begin to repay you? Well, I can think of one way. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry. I know that you kind of have to have a broken heart healed, but you're not the one I'm interested in. Well, let it be known here and now that I won't turn away your friendship no matter what. But let it also be known that I would have loved to have been able to call you more than just a friend. For in my heart is what you will forever be. Alright, now let's continue the quest. Now, if you recall, I had already proceeded past this point and gotten the next information for the quest, which was something about getting a house or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and read through this as a reminder to myself because I kind of forgot. No, apparently that was it. Just getting a house. But she also gave me an int medal, and the int medal is kind of important because now I can get me some more int points, with which I can go ahead and buy me some more furniture. So I'm going to go back into the Isis reality, etc. Huh, that actually does say etc. I thought I was misreading it. And I'm going to go to this, and I'm going to get me some int points. And with those int points, I'm going to head back to the mansion and see what I can do about getting nerd furniture. Buy decorations with int points. I'm kind of curious, though, what will happen if I don't? Will you exchange 25 int points for the ancient urn to decorate your home? No. No, I already have an ancient urn. It's right here. See it? Ancient urn. Unless there's another one I can get. Well, let's find out. Yes. Very good. By virtue of the municipality... I read that well the first time, but not this time. I hereby grant you this treasure in return for your services to the community. Here's one exquisite ancient urn. Can I buy another one? Apparently, yeah. Okay, well, what happens if I choose decorate? Alright, so that's another urn. Does that mean that's another urn, or is it just the same one? There's the one from before. Is there one over here? Yeah, alright, so there's more than one. Alright, the next thing I want to test, I'm going to load back to the title screen. I saved right before coming here, and I'm going to find out what happens if I try buying more than one urn without setting any of them out. Also, I gotta wonder, am I going to find anything besides urns? I hope so. Alright, there's the second one. I gotta wonder, would I be able to get something different than an urn if I had more int points, like say 75 or even 100? Or is it a specific set of things that I could potentially buy? Alright, well there's that. Hey, does that ancient urn appear in my inventory? Yep, it does. So then I guess I can go ahead and place a third one if I wanted to. I'm sorry, but there's no more room for decorations. Okay, yep, that's what I thought. So I'm going to go ahead and reset, and we'll find out what happens if I come there with more endpoints later on. Instead, for now, we are going to go ahead and continue the quest, because we were supposed to buy a mansion, and we did that a long time ago. Award rank 1! Oh. Because of your selfless indulgences of my whims and your sparkling charm, I hereby award you with the following on behalf of my generous nature. Hee hee. Supreme Harp, plus 10 strength. You know, I got plus 10 defense before, and thinking on it, that really doesn't amount to much, and neither does plus 10 strength. Thanks for your help in our little matter, and at this rate, you're sure to go down in history as the biggest romantic since Don Vane. Okay, now what? Thank you so much for all the heart flutters I've been hearing about all over town. I can't tell you how good you've made me feel, or how young. I feel like I'm 16 again. I bet you do. Let me try something. I had another save file, and even though I just recorded that other part of this session today, I forgot what all I did in it. Was this before I continued Was this... Oh, I forget what I was saying. Alright, does she react to my flirting? Yeah, okay, so this was before I finished the first part of the flirting quest. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to all those other people that I kind of missed after resetting again. Because, as O'Bright mentioned to me before, marrying somebody does not require completing the romantic quest, and now I can see why. I figured that marrying somebody was part of the romantic quest, but nope, just have to accept it. So let's talk to these three last people that I sort of missed, and, you know, just for the fun of it, we'll go ahead and marry Fristy. It won't be for realsies or whatever, but just to see what that's like. Wow, you really know how to pour it on. You know, I could really go for someone like you. Now, since I don't have to complete the romantic quest, that probably means I don't have to worry about getting the mansion. Or is getting the mansion one of the requirements also, and you didn't tell me about it since I already did that? Oh, I don't even know how to say this, but you are so amazing. I mean, wow. When I first saw you, I knew you would grow up to be an incredibly cool person. I could just tell. If I didn't know better, I'd say I'd gone and fallen for you, you big palooka. This makes me wonder. I'm supposed to talk to a certain amount of people, flirt with. I'm supposed to flirt with a certain amount of people in order to continue the romantic quest. Would the flirt option have gone away or stopped working if I got married before talking with those required amount of people? Alright, well, let's just see what this does, just for curiosity. Hehe. Wow, I can't believe you'd ask me, and I'm really flattered. But I decided a long time ago that whoever I married would have to be able to work with me to build our careers together. You're great and all, but I just don't know if you could pull in the kind of crowds we need at the music hall. You'd have to really make a big name for yourself. I'm sorry, really I am. Aha! Alright. So, that's answers that. Alright, so if those of you who were wanted to see me marry a girl, well, there is one option I could still use. But apparently, in order to marry Fristy, I guess you had to complete the musician quest before or after the romantic quest, because apparently getting rank 10 on the romantic quest gets you the Supreme Harp, which will get you rank 1 on the musician's quest, which you need in order to marry Fristy, apparently. It's one of those extra requirements I mentioned before. Hopefully the other two people, the two that I'm really interested in marrying, won't have those same requirements. But hey, as long as we know that rank 1 might be a requirement for some people, I already know that I obtained rank 1 for the cooking quest, so let's find out what happens if I try marrying Zinnia. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I've been thinking about you a lot recently. I just can't seem to get you out of Ted. I think that I have fallen in love with you. No, I'm sure I have. So what I need desperately to know is, do you feel the same way? Yes! Yes, I will marry you! Oh, I was hoping you would ask me. Alright, so we get to find out what happens if we have a lesbian marriage. Also, this completely confirms that yes, you can marry the same sex. Just out of curiosity. No, she doesn't appear to say anything different yet. But if it's anything like whenever I finished the first quest and grew up, I'm willing to bet something's going to happen the moment I walk out of town. No, I was wrong. What else happens? I mean, I asked her about marriage, but obviously that hasn't happened yet. Does marriage happen after a certain point? Do I have to, like, finish the romantic quest in order for it to become absolutely official? Well, let's find out. I hear you found a marriage partner. That's fantastic. I'm so happy for you both. I think you've made the good decision. I must admit, even I was having thoughts about you. Alright, so people are probably going to be talking to me about being married or getting married. Which means I have a reason to talk to everybody in town again. Well, so far this quest does not seem to be going in any different direction. Alright, so I've completed that quest. Now does something happen? No. No, it doesn't. What do I need to do in order to make it official? Well, while I'm thinking about it, what happens if I flirt with somebody after already asking for marriage? Wow, you are hot! I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know what just came over me. Please forgive me. And more romantic fame. Hey, I mean, that's a lovely ring on your finger. So you have found a mate in this small city? Yep. Alright, so that's what happens. So, if I have the ring, that means it's already official, or at the very least, that's an engagement ring. What happens if I go into my mansion? Will that, like, trigger marriage or something? Will I suddenly have somebody in there that I would be married to? Well, I do know one thing. You can arrange for adoption if you are unable to produce a child the old-fashioned way. Is this really something you are serious about? Well, be sure to come to and talk to me if the two of you change your minds. I can offer lots of advice to couples and help in other ways. Well, what happens if I choose to help you? Does help involve being married? No. There's gotta be something else that happens regarding being married. I mean, obviously, there's adoption. You think I should check the adoption option just to... Adoption option. Heh. You think I should check that option just in case that triggers something? Because so far, being married to Xenia is doing absolutely nothing. Well, she does say something a little bit different. Althea says it's something a little bit different if you talk to her after stuff. I don't know what specifically what stuff. Let's see, the usual. Love was everywhere, and the only people still together, Maximilian and his wife, and the Van Courts who fight like cats. And here's where the message changes. Ah, hee. Well, there's always you, isn't there? I keep forgetting you're not a little child anymore. You might just be the shaft of light this old town needs to pull itself out of the slump it's in. What? Who, me? Well, if you're talking about romance, then I don't know how bright a shaft of light I am, but I hope you're right. Oh, I think you're a scaredy cat. A big, lovable, sexy scaredy cat. Hehehe. Alright, well, I can't think of how I'm supposed to go through with this whole marriage thing, so let's just go ahead and take the next step and find out what adoption is like, because whenever I get married for real, I'm not going to have that option. Arrange an adoption? Yes. Ah, there we go. Sometime later, the news arrived you were going to have a child. Almost 2 years passed, and your little one is waiting in the living area for you. Interesting. So I imagine that message is not going to change much once I have a child for real versus adoption. For a child living in the living area, yeah, not here. Unless you mean out here, because maybe the child is the third person that I could never find. Take a quick look around. Not out here, but now that I think about it, maybe the child is back here. Yep, there we go. A little girl. Who I can name. Since this is not real, how do I exit? Okay. Mama! I wanna go fishy! I wanna go fishy! Please take me fishy tomorrow. I wear my blue hat, Mama. I'll catch a big fish like last time. Does she say that like... No, that message doesn't change. Alright. Well, that settles that. I'm just curious. Is Fristy around? Or not Fristy. Xenia. Is Xenia around? Thinking on it, maybe she says something different now that we've adopted. No, once again, Xenia seems to be not acknowledging any sort of marriage or child having. Weird. Well, what happens if I go back to child information here? Well, congratulations on the newest member of the household. I am glad that I could help. And I assume he just repeats that. Yep. Out of curiosity, does help involve children? Nope. I wonder what she wants help with. Anyway, if there's anything else I can do regarding having this family, I don't know what it is. So, O'Brien can tell me later. For now, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode, and next time, we are going to marry the person that I really want to marry. You know, I almost feel kind of guilty for doing this, marrying Xenia and having a child, and then just undoing it all. Meh, I'll get over it. I'll see you next time.